From being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man in the MCU, to branching out into other projects like the Uncharted trilogy, Tom Holland has spun his way into everyone's hearts. I mean, a whole generation has grown up watching him play the web slinger, but is he swinging his way into the world of animation? Well, rumor has it that Tom Holland might be appearing in Spider-Verse 2. I have to say, if this is true, it will be the ultimate crossover event of all time. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was a huge success when it was released in 2018, introducing Shameik Moore's Miles Morales to audiences. Now, according to Jeff Snyder on the Hot Mic podcast, Tom Holland's Peter Parker might be set to join Miles Morales in the sequel, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. According to the rumor, he was also one of the contributing factors to its delay from October 2020 to June 2021. Apparently, one of the reasons why Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse experienced a delay was because Marvel wanted to get Tom Holland in the movie. What's more is that the dimension Miles Morales could potentially end up going to feature a live-action version of Holland as Spider-Man. This would be an interesting development considering that Holland was not featured in Marvel's What If as an animated Spider-Man. This could be a huge win for fans as it would provide an opportunity for Miles Morales and Tom Holland's MCU Spider-Man to interact on screen. But how exactly would they make it happen? Well, there are a couple of different ways Tom Holland's Spider-Man could appear in the Spider-Verse. Tom Holland's Spider-Man appearing in the animated movie, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, would make a lot more sense after No Way Home. In this movie, we saw Holland's MCU Peter Parker joined by Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's versions of Spider-Man from the character's live-action history. This adds more context to Holland's Spider-Man being part of the animated movie, since it opens up possibilities for crossovers with Miles Morales from the animated Spider-Verse franchise. At the tail end of 2020 though, the rumors started going around, and I have to say, the thought of Tom Holland's potential involvement in the upcoming Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse sequel was pretty exciting. Those rumors eventually made their way to executive producer Christopher Miller, who, when asked about Holland's involvement, replied, "Let's say anything is possible in the multiverse." Can I count that as a yes then? Since Sony and Marvel Studios share Tom Holland's version of Spider-Man, they could potentially use him in a new Spider-Man movie independent from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But it's important to note that Sony and Marvel did have a bit of a disagreement earlier in 2020, which left many fans wondering whether or not Holland would be able to continue portraying the web slinger. Marvel and Sony have been sharing the rights to Spider-Man ever since their breakup in 2019. It all started with the release of Spider-Man No Way Home, which became a huge success despite being released during a pandemic. This led to the start of work on Tom Holland's fourth installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it raised questions about how Holland might appear in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Well, Miles Morales could visit Holland's Spider-Man in either the MCU or a live-action universe similar to Spider-Man No Way Home, but the whole thing might be a little risky. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse could be a huge gamble for Sony if the rumors of Tom Holland's inclusion in the animated film prove to be true. 2018's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse introduced us to the animated multiverse of Spider-Man, with Shameik Moore's portrayal of Miles Morales, and the sequel promises to go even further. Spider-Man No Way Home united all three live-action versions of Spider-Man, but the movie firmly cemented Tom Holland as the definitive Spider-Man. No shade to all the other Spideys. This was a groundbreaking feat, and it solidified the Marvel Cinematic Universe's version of Spider-Man as one to be remembered for years to come. While Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse could still challenge Avengers Secret Wars because of its animated format, the inclusion of Holland's MCU version of Spider-Man could create a situation where Miles Morales is overshadowed. Peter Parker has always been the most well-known and recognizable incarnation of the hero, and it's no secret that Holland's version has earned strong praise from fans and critics alike. This means Sony needs to be very careful when deciding if Peter Parker will appear in the film. It's important to strike a balance between making sure Miles is still the focus, while also giving fans the chance to see their favorite version of Spider-Man in live action once again. This problem can be avoided though, since Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has allegedly decided to include Tom Holland and Peter Parker. A great way to keep the integrity of the story and movie while still giving fans what they want is to give him a cameo role. This doesn't need to be anything too major or plot driven. driven, just a cameo that gives everyone the chance to see Holland in an alternate universe. This way, Miles can still have his own movie and solo adventure in a multiverse, while fans get their Tom Holland Spider-Man to fix. Other than Tom Holland, there's a lot to look forward to. So what can we expect in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? The movie is back with an all-star team of directors, Joaquim Dos Santos, Kemp Powers, and Justin K. Thompson, who's been working on the screenplay written by Phil Lord, Christopher Miller, and David Callahan. All of the fan-favorite cast members from the first movie, like Shameik Moore as Miles Morales, Haley Steinfeld as Gwen Stacy, and Oscar Isaac as Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099, are reprising their roles. On top of them, there will be even more characters making an appearance in the sequel. Issa Rae as Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman, and Daniel Kaluuya as Hobie Brown, Spider-Punk. This time around, Miles is going to face a particular villain who's threatening the whole multiverse, and he'll have to team up with the other spiders who don't always share his point of view. In a recent interview, Lord and Miller let the cat out of the bag about their upcoming sequel to the hit Spider-Verse movie. They teased a wilder storyline than what fans saw in the first film. The things we're doing in this new movie are absolutely off the wall, according to Miller. Senior character animator Ari Santos revealed that the sequel won't be just for kids either. It'll take a much more serious tone than its predecessor. He's not the only Spider-Man rumored to appear in Spider-Verse. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy starring Tobey Maguire was more than just a box office success. It basically developed a cult following and became a fan-favorite classic. Sadly, the fourth installment never happened and ended Raimi's career as director of the franchise. Instead, we got Mark Webb's The Amazing Spider-Man movie, featuring Andrew Garfield as the hero. We're still waiting for the release of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2, originally slated for this year, but delayed until next. But it might be worth the wait if rumors that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's Peter Parkers will make an appearance are true. That's not all though. There have been rumors of Yuri Lowenthal, the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man, making a return in the Spider-Verse. In a recent interview, Lowenthal revealed that he hasn't been contracted yet about reprising his role as the voice of Spider-Man. We saw several versions of Spidey in the trailer for the movie, including Lowenthal's own version from the PlayStation 4 video game, although Lowenthal is still waiting for the call. He believes there's a chance that Insomniac's Spider-Man will only appear as an Easter egg in the film, so at the moment, it's a bit uncertain whether or not we'll actually get to see him on screen. But everyone would love to see him make a return. All in all, the possibilities are endless. Anyway, that's all I know about Tom Holland in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, no, he's the best, man. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal for me, he's been my hero since I was a little kid. I mean, his movies are amazing. It's hard to name a bad Jake Gyllenhaal film. And